Right now at 5, a lawsuit against the city of La Crosse says the city is violating the First Amendment with its ban against conversion therapy.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thanks for watching us at News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Amy is on assignment. The city of La Crosse is being sued by a conservative law firm on behalf of a therapist based in the city. Wisconsin Institute of Law and Liberty, or WIL, says the city is punishing medical or mental health professionals if they express their viewpoints on sexual orientation or gender identity. La Crosse's Common Council passed the ban on conversion therapy in September. The ordinance applies to state or federally licensed medical or mental health professionals practicing the therapy on anyone under the age of 18. In the ordinance, conversion therapy refers to a practice that seeks to change a child's sexual orientation or gender identity. WIL says the First Amendment protects the right of counselors to talk to kids who come to them for guidance.
People of good faith can have disagreements about some of these issues, such as whether a child should transition and under what circumstances. The point is that the First Amendment protects the right of counselors to express their position on what is called for in a particular circumstance.
WIL also says the ordinance is unconstitutionally vague and preempted by state law. News 8 Now has reached out to the mayor of La Crosse for a response, but we have not heard back yet. The city of La Crosse's Common Council will be voting on the fate of the Marine Credit Building this evening. The city wants to buy the building on Monitor Street and renovate it into more than 30 affordable housing units, but it must get approval from the full Common Council tonight. News 8 Now's Dua Israr is live at City Hall, where the meeting is set to begin shortly. Good evening, Dua.
Ken, in just 1 hour, the full Common Council will meet to approve both the purchase and rezone the Monitor Street building for affordable housing units. Now, the decision must be approved on both counts, the most important being rezoning. If the Common Council does not approve the rezoning resolution, then the purchase will not go through. Earlier this month, the decision to purchase the building was approved by the City of La Crosse's Financial and Personnel Committee. The committee passed a resolution to spend roughly $2.6 million of American Rescue Plan Act funds to purchase the building. That was just the first step in the long process. Last week, News 8 Now spoke to City of La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds, who says he fully supports the plan to purchase the building. Mayor Reynolds calls it a small step to fixing the lack of housing in the city.
This is an opportunity to make a dent in the dearth of affordable housing that's in the La Crosse area or in our community, and and really help folks that just can't access housing.
Last week, the FNP committee approved the recommendation to purchase the building. In a 2-4 vote, the Judiciary and Administration Committee did not approve the recommendation to rezone the property. Both decisions are just recommendations for the full Common Council, who will ultimately make the final decision tonight. Now, like I said earlier, for the resolution to pass, the Common Council has to approve both the purchase and the rezoning. If the rezoning does not approve, then the purchase will not go through. And again, this meeting will begin at 6 o'clock. Reporting live at City Hall, Dua Israr, News 8 Now.
All right, thanks very much, Dua. We'll check back in with her at 6. In the meantime, let's switch things to the world of weather. Quite a nice breeze if you're so inclined to enjoy those kinds of things. Let's send it over to Bill for a quick look at your forecast.
You call that a nice breeze?
I'm trying to be nice.
Much cooler today by almost 20 degrees, in fact, for many spots. Highs only in the 40s, 49 in La Crosse, 45 in Eau Claire and Black River Falls, 44 for a high in Sparta and Viroqua. We even had some snow showers on some of the higher terrain and ridge tops earlier today during the morning hours. We'll talk more about that and Maine weather coming up. Some passing clouds right now, and still some light returns on the radar. Most of these just very light rain showers or sprinkles. Don't be shocked to see a snowflake in northern Clark County, but this is kind of one spoke of energy that's now shifting to our south and east. Another one to the north and west up towards Grand Forks and International Falls. That'll bring some more light rain and snow showers to parts of the area tomorrow. 45 right now in La Crosse, 42 in Eau Claire. Most spots between about 40 and 45 degrees. So if you have outdoor plans, dress accordingly. A few sprinkles this evening. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, chilly overnight. Lows in La Crosse around 34, but easily some 20s for lows in our traditional colder spots to the north and east. We'll talk about that snow that fell earlier today in parts of the area and what lies ahead towards the weekend with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Hopefully not more snow.
We'll see.
All right, thanks, Bill. Wisconsin U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin and La Crosse Assemblywoman Jill Billings voiced their support for Mandela Barnes today at the La Crosse Democrats' office. The event underscores Barnes' Ron Against Roe tour, which highlights incumbent Republican Senator Ron Johnson's support for the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Baldwin and Billings say Barnes will protect abortion rights.
It's so callous of the Republicans in Congress celebrating this decision rather than understanding that it has brought women back in this country.
He will make sure that women are not left as second-class citizens.
Now, the latest Marquette Law poll has Johnson with a 6% lead over Barnes among likely voters, with a margin of just under 5%. The Wisconsin Dairy Alliance has officially endorsed 3rd congressional candidate Derek Van Orden during a farm tour for his political campaign. And while touring the farms, like this dairy farm in Cashton, the Republican Van Orden says he has learned a lot of information that has confirmed his campaign policies, including how the economy has affected Wisconsin dairy farms.
Labor is a real issue because the immigration system is broken. The input costs are through the roof, especially feed, and that's affecting the ability for these farmers to run their business.
Van Orden says his plan for addressing inflation and farming is to help Wisconsin and the United States become energy-free again and lower diesel costs. Ahead of the January 6th committee, Senator Baldwin joined State Senator and nominee for Congress Brad Pfaff for a press conference. Pfaff, of course, running against Derek Van Orden. The two Democratic politicians discussed threats to democracy as well as Pfaff's opponent, Van Orden, who was at the January 6th insurrection. Pfaff says voters should consider this information on Election Day.
What you saw on January 6th was a window into Derek Van Orden's soul. And you saw how he would react under a pressure-filled situation.
Customarily,
Baldwin responded to Pfaff's comments and said the Republican Party is, quote, a threat to the two-party system and that no one can, quote, sit the election out. The final scheduled public hearing of the House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack once again captured the attention of Washington, and it ended with a surprising development. CBS's Skylar Henry reports on the day's events from Capitol Hill.
There are 9 ayes and 0 noes.
At its final scheduled public hearing, the House January 6th committee voted and unanimously approved a subpoena summoning former President Donald Trump to appear before the panel.
It is our obligation to seek Donald Trump's testimony.
Earlier, the committee introduced new information from the Secret Service about what happened the day of the insurrection.
Some members of the crowd are wearing ballistic helmets, body armor, carrying radio equipment and military-grade backpacks.
Secret Service communication also detailed prior knowledge about the possibility of violence leading up to January 6th. Each committee member spoke, summarizing their overall allegations that former President Trump was at the center of the attempt to overturn the 2020 election results.
In a staggering betrayal of his oath, Donald Trump attempted a plan that led to an attack on a pillar of our democracy. It's still hard to believe.
The committee will produce a final report on its findings sometime after the midterm elections. Members have been meeting for more than a year. The hearing also focused on the former president's state of mind.
Claims that President Trump actually thought the election was stolen are not supported by fact and are not a defense.
They need massive personnel now.
There was also new video presented of members of Congress calling for help at the height of the attack.
They're breaking the law in many different ways.
Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The last House Committee hearing was held in July. No witnesses spoke today. The La Crosse community is celebrating the long career of Art Fay with a retirement party. So let's take you live inside the La Crosse Center, where Fay has served as Center Director for over 30 years, over 20 years as Center Director, working at the center for 3 decades. Now, Fay says a lot has changed during that time, but not the love he has for his job.
When you enjoy your job, it's not a job, and you've heard that many, many times, and that's kind of what I've experienced here for the 3 decades I've been here.
Now, the center board is still considering how the center will be run when Fay has his last day a week from now. They could hire a city employee to replace Fay, hire a private company to run it, or come up with some kind of hybrid solution. Coming up after the break, time to get shredded. No, not like at the gym. One business is offering a free service to help you free up some space at home.
I'm Fritz Leinfelder, and I'm running for La Crosse County Sheriff. I want to grow relationships built on open communication and trust so that all groups feel welcome to share their ideas and viewpoints. I want to collaborate with the community to find successful outcomes that can meet the needs of those that need the most help. That's why so many citizens in the community, as well as law enforcement and corrections officers, have backed me for this campaign. I am Fritz Leinfelder, and I approve this message.
It's dangerous up here, and it's no fun shopping around for a reputable contractor.
I've built my company on the promise to treat our customers like we would our own family. That means an honest, no-pressure sales experience, expert craftsmanship, and a lifetime guarantee of our work.
Over the past 15 years, my team has installed thousands of maintenance-free gutter systems in the Rochester and La Crosse area, and we'd love to show you what Gutter Shutter can do for you and your home, but most importantly, keep you safe and off that ladder. So call today for a free estimate.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Serving Toma, Black River Falls, and the surrounding communities, DeRusso Heating and Cooling is your alternative energy expert.
January 6th, Derek Van Orden and an angry mob march on the Capitol.
The Capitol, that's where we're headed to right now.
Break through police barricades.
Derek Van Orden, he and a bunch of his frogman buddies are on the wall.
And break the law.
Since January 6th, Derek Van Orden has lied about where he was.
And deleted an online post to hide what he did.
Liar, lawbreaker.
Don't vote for Derek Van Orden.
Center Forward Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
For 65 years, Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And starting Saturday at 7 a.m. during Toyland opening weekend, this Blaine's family tradition continues with great deals on the hottest toys, like Hot Wheels, Barbie, Melissa and Doug, and more. Plus, shop super weekend deals throughout the store, like these two-piece pet bed and blanket sets, just $19.99 while supplies last. Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, making wishes come true for 65 years, starting this Saturday at 7 a.m.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Now the time has come to clear out maybe some of those untouched boxes in the garage. Harder's Quick Cleanup in La Crosse will offer their shredding service for free tomorrow and Saturday. Now, it may not seem like a service that's in high demand, but employees say last year's success proved the community needs the service.
It keeps growing every year. I always say we can't beat the last one, and the last one we had over 1,000 people come in 8 hours.
So free shred day will be from 8 to noon tomorrow and Saturday. No appointment is needed, and this year will be a drive-up service, but expect some long lines. You can bring stapled papers or documents in binders, and the first 100 pounds will be shredded for free. Harder's will sort and recycle all scraps after the event. Still ahead, reeling in some results. We'll have more on the fundraiser providing for the next generation.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Graw. Looks like these chillier temperatures are here to stay for a while. All the details of my 8-day forecast after the break.
Over 800 convicted criminals released. 270 murderers and attempted murderers released. 44 child rapists released. Tony Evers' parole commission has released hundreds of violent criminals early, including some of the worst killers in Wisconsin history. Evers' liberal policies are making our communities less safe. Tony Evers put criminals first and our family's safety last.
The Board Store offers a world of possibilities for outdoor living. Attached or freestanding patio covers or pergolas, complete shade from a patio cover, filtered light from a pergola, or either with the amazing operable pergola, open or closed as you wish. Patio enclosures with operating windows and screens to keep you safe from bugs and bad weather spring, summer, and fall. Low maintenance decks and many styles of railings. Plan your outdoor living oasis during the 2022 Fall Home Show at the Board Store. Lowest price of the season on pergolas, patio covers, and decks.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. Enter the season of giving by helping Wesco and Sparta feed those in need. Bring in a non-perishable food item and get 1% off. Bring 10 and get 10% off. Bring as many as you would like and get up to 20% off. Save money and feed those in need. What can be better than that? Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup is always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
When Kenosha burned, Tony Evers fanned the flames.
He blamed police.
When we needed help, he refused.
For days.
I know.
Because we were there.
Evers puts politics over our lives.
Over your lives. That's why we support Tim Michaels.
As a veteran, Tim Michaels won't abandon us.
Tim Michaels will have our back.
And stand strong against violent crime.
We're with Tim.
Sometimes life can get pretty busy in an active household. So that's why Menards makes things just a little bit easier for you. Start a door design and choose a style that's right for you and everything else you look for in a quality door. Mastercraft offers fast, free delivery on personalized doors to any Menards store. Use our door designer on Menards.com to get your door your way. Mastercraft Doors, 11% off at Menards.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A yearly lacrosse Rotary project is reeling in a big win for the next generation. Rotary member Al Lewis presented the results of the 2022 Al's Muskie Challenge today at the group's weekly meeting at the Erickson Boys and Girls Club. Now, this challenge raised over $57,000 for lacrosse's Boys and Girls Club. And there's a new wrinkle to this year's challenge. The proceeds are going to be split 50-50 between the Boys and Girls Club and a new endowment fund to provide long-term resources for lacrosse's youth.
It's all about the kids. Today's kids are tomorrow's leaders, and we need to give them all the support we can.
Lewis says during his fishing trip, the impetus for this event, he reeled in a 53-pound muskie. But in the meantime, some photos shared by Bill Grawl showed snow on the ground in the Cashton area. Let's get the latest on the world of weather.
Yeah, what's
Bill.
up with this? If you don't believe me, check these out. Thanks to Trudy for this photo. In fact, we saw several photos in the Cashton, Wisconsin area. So some of the higher terrain across the region, some of the ridge tops as well. Did see some snowflakes mix in with the light rain this morning. Temperatures were just cold enough, so just a light dusting of snow this morning in the Cashton area. Here's another shot. Roads remained wet primarily, but a little early, October 13th, Mother Nature. Come on, man. What's going on here? It's a little early for that. First trace of snow. Now, we're talking the La Crosse Airport is October 25th, so about 12 days from now. Average first measurable snow, meaning 1/10 of an inch or more, is November 11th. Average first inch of snow in La Crosse isn't until closer to Thanksgiving, November 27th. Last year, our first snowfall, and not only was it a trace, but it was measurable. 7/10 fell on November 13th of 2021. All right, cloudy skies in La Crosse right now, and temperatures on the chilly side. 38 the low this morning, 49 the high today, so 14 degrees below the average high of 63. 86 and 19 are the records, and only 0.01 inches of liquid out at the La Crosse Airport. Very dry month so far, 0.09 inches, and we are still about 6 inches below average for the year. 45 degrees at the airport and downtown at the station. Winds kind of blustery from the northwest, 10 to 20. That's making it feel like the 30s in some spots. Now 42 degrees with cloudy skies for you folks in Eau Claire, and a westerly wind closer to 10 miles per hour. So we're kind of in the middle of this cold pocket of air. Outside of that, pretty nice temperatures in the 50s, 60s, even some low 70s in Dodge City. But our neck of the woods, 30s and 40s are the dominant temperatures. And in our immediate area, temperatures between about 40 and 45 degrees. And that's about 10 to 15 degrees cooler right now compared to 24 hours ago for many spots. Again, that northwesterly breeze, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Yeah, I broke out the wind chill map already. It's feeling like the 30s in many spots, mid to upper 30s in La Crosse, Sparta, 37 in Eau Claire, feels like 35 in Viroqua. Some light radar returns, so this is spits and sprinkles, maybe an isolated rain shower, as one spoke of energy is kind of moving away from the area. A second spoke up near Grand Forks, Winnipeg, Canada, International Falls, that's going to track into the area for tomorrow as everything's kind of rotating around this parent low with these little weak disturbances passing through from time to time. So those sprinkles this evening, otherwise some partial clearing at times overnight, but mainly cloudy tomorrow. Some light snow showers potentially up in the Chippewa Valley tomorrow morning, and then some light rain or snow showers for the rest of us as we head into the afternoon and tomorrow evening. And then heading into Saturday, mainly mainly dry, but also probably more clouds than sun over the weekend as well. So 34 tonight, those evening sprinkles, otherwise rather chilly. In fact, mid to upper 20s for lows to the north and east. 47 tomorrow, slight chance of light rain and snow showers. Best chances north, and staying cool. 53 on Saturday, breezy Sunday with a small chance of showers. 49, in fact 40s for highs Monday and Tuesday as well. Back in the 50s for the second half of next week, but look at those overnight lows, 30s and 20s, in fact well into the 20s, especially Monday night and Tuesday night as well.
I am not mentally prepared for this kind of talk.
Just the messenger, Ken.
I know. Thanks, Bill.
Okay.
When we come back, looking out for the visually impaired. The City of La Crosse emphasizing awareness as it celebrates White Cane Safety Day.
Fall Home Show Open House is going on now at the Board Store. Open till 7 Monday through Friday this week. Special coupon discount for visiting. Hope to see you there.
Our homes are extensions of who we are. New beginnings, first steps, moments lasting in time. Where an idea becomes a mission, hope becomes belief, and what was once unattainable finally reaches our grasp. For all the birthday wishes, Friday nights, and newfound friends, we'll be there. Window World, America's exterior remodeler. Improving homes, changing lives.
As law enforcement, we've seen a lot.
Enough to know the attacks on Governor Evers are outright lies.
The truth? The governor actually increased police and first responder funding.
That's a fact. Even fact checkers said the attacks on Evers were false.
And Evers is working to invest in school programs, mental health treatment, and job training in high crime areas.
Those are the real facts.
That's how a governor leads, and that's the truth.
Governor Tony Evers, he's doing the right thing for Wisconsin.
On today's episode of Fun Moments at Fanati's, it's Halloween shopping time.
Zoe can't have gluten. Oh, creepy crawlies. Pez, and more Pez. Oh, peanut butter filled ghouls. Jack-o'-lantern suckers.
Celebrate each season and see what's in store at Fanati's Nut and Chocolate Shop. Stay tuned for more fun moments brought to you locally by Fanati's in downtown La Crosse, where the nuts, chocolate, and candy are delicious.
Have you ever experienced this view? Hi, Andrew Larson here. With Gutter Shutter, you'll never have to experience it again. Please give up this dangerous chore and protect your home's foundation with Gutter Shutter, the strongest, most durable, maintenance-free gutter on the market. Over the past 15 years, my team has installed thousands of maintenance-free gutter systems across South Central Wisconsin. We'd love to come out and show you what Gutter Shutter can do for you and your home, but most importantly, keep you safe and off that ladder. So call today for a free estimate.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Thousands of Wisconsinites with vision loss use a white cane every day to get around safely. And today, the City of La Crosse wants drivers to be extra aware to keep the visually impaired safe. La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds proclaimed today White Cane Safety Day in the city. La Crosse's Director of Transit and members of La Crosse's Visually Impaired Committee joined Reynolds at City Hall. Those committee members say driver awareness is absolutely crucial.
We want to do whatever we can to prevent crashes between folks and cars, because if there's a crash between a folks and a car, the car always wins.
She says a general rule of thumb is that if someone can feel the heat of your car's engine, you're too close to them. State law says a driver should stop their car 10 feet or more from a pedestrian traveling with a cane or walking stick. White Cane Safety Day is nationally recognized on October 15th. The time has come to tune in and help kids. Children's Miracle Network Hospitals is hosting their annual radiothon at Gunderson. Z93, 95.7 The Rock, and KQ98 have been broadcasting from the Gunderson Clinic Library since 6 this morning to share inspirational stories from patients, parents, and healthcare providers. It's one of the biggest fundraisers for Children's Miracle Network, which helps families across the nation with medical expenses. And the Peterson family is especially grateful for all the help.
I can only imagine how many families there are in the Coulee region that need help like we do with things that insurance and other assistance programs just don't cover. It's just wonderful to know that CMN's here and you can reach out to them to try and get some assistance with things that you maybe weren't planning to have to afford.
For kids. You can call to donate until 6 tonight, and then again from 6 tomorrow morning to 6 in the evening. Just call the number on your screen. Children's Miracle Network relies on those donations, and everyone is encouraged to donate.
Any amount helps, because I know when you hear $50,000 equipment, well,
those $5, that adds up really fast.
If you aren't able to tune in to the radio, you can still catch those special stories online or on social media. We'll post some links at news8000.com. And we'll have a look at what's coming up at 6 after the break, and Bill will have another look at tonight's forecast.
Ladies, are you tired of the same old happy hour? How about buy one, get one free margaritas? Join us for fun and fiesta on Adelita Wednesdays, only at Senor Villa. Authentic Mexican food and flavor.
For 65 years, Blain's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for Midwest families. And starting Saturday at 7 a.m. during Toyland opening weekend, this Blain's family tradition continues with great deals on the hottest toys. Like Hot Wheels die-cast vehicles, rewards members get 4 for $3. This Barbie Farmer playset only $32.99. Plus, get a free gift with a $40 toy purchase while supplies last. Blain's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, making wishes come true for 65 years, starting this Saturday at 7 a.m.
I'm Sheriff Jim Johnson. I'm Sheriff Eric Severson. We've got the real story on Mandela Barnes.
Barnes wants to defund our police, but he spent over $600 grand of your money on police protection for himself.
Barnes wants to eliminate bail for violent felons, and his administration has already released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists.
Take it from us.
Mandela Barnes policies are a threat to your family.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
It's the dining sale at Drury's in Fountain. From kitchen tables to elegant dining rooms, we offer unlimited choices. The shape, the style, the finish, and color, it's all up to you. And right now, on top of already marked down sale prices, you can take an extra $100 off sets over $1,000, $200 off sets over $3,000, or $300 off sets over $6,000. The dining sale happening now at Drury's in Fountain.
At Toma Health, we provide rehabilitation care from expert providers.
My name is Erica Rosemary, and I'm a physical therapist for Toma Health. Quality care to me means treating someone the way that you would treat a family member.
Toma Health offers the latest technology and aquatic therapy to improve patient outcomes.
Our rehab services department truly cares about treating people as a whole and getting them to be the best version of themselves. Toma Health offers personalized rehab therapy close to home.
There's no other place where my story is possible. My mom was a teacher. My dad worked third shift. It was our ticket to the middle class. That's the promise of America I'll fight to protect. While others send our jobs overseas, I'll bring manufacturing back, invest in our own workers, and stock our shelves with American products. And with a middle class tax cut, you'll be able to keep more of what you earn. I know the promise of America, and no one will fight harder to protect it. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Make it a family dinner night every Sunday at Senior Villa, where kids eat free, 1 per adult, open to close. And it's a menu you know they'll love. Senior Villa, authentic Mexican food and flavor in La Crosse and Onalaska.
We've got a lot of news tonight from here in the nation's capital. A stunning move as the January 6th committee votes to subpoena former President Donald Trump to provide evidence in the Capitol assault investigation. The new revelations tonight from the committee. Plus, Parkland shooter Nicholas Cruz evades the death penalty after a jury votes for life in prison. The angry reaction from the victims' families. And red-hot inflation spikes again. Groceries, airfare, and rent all jumping in September. That and more news tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up on News 8 now at 6, it's that time of year again. Leaves dropping from the trees and covering those lawns. But soon you'll have somewhere to drop those leaves off. The city's drop-off locations and schedule coming up at 6.